so sorry, y'all.
We have a lot of people.
I am the troublemaker.
Yeah, I would.
Just kidding. But anyways, let's move on.
The group came together out of a need to spend time with God first, to seek after God. And it was a bunch of us that God gave us song and words, and we really wanted to create a space where we can begin to develop on it to release a song that God gave unto us. Now, the name of the group, we actually came up with the name right just before the event. Prior to that, we did not and would not consider ourselves as a group, but more of a movement where a person can come in and they can find a space to share as the Spirit of the Lord would have us do.
Yes.
Amen. The love of God.
Yeah. It's not a group. It's a movement. People would come and go, but the essence of it is that our hearts is seeking after the same thing.
That's it.
So that common understanding or that platform or that agreement is consistent. So it keeps us coming, keeps us going, and keep us together.
I think apart from just the love of God, another thing that keeps us together is the desire to just worship Him, and the desire to minister what He has given to us.
Yeah.
Most of us, we come with the songs. A lot of the songs also, some songs came out of our time of worship and time of togetherness as we come together and just, begin to congregate or whatever the case may be. Songs come, and so sometimes it's spontaneous like that. Sometimes persons would come with songs. For example, one of the songs we'll be doing on Zamar Phase 4 would be one written by Lois and a couple others of us part of the group. We never really had writing sessions where we come and say, listen, we're going to write a song. Most time it comes by your own private time of worship. You get a song, then we hint each other of the song and we come together to further develop on it. We have a lot of people.
I am the troublemaker.
Yeah, I would.
Just kidding. But anyways, let's move on.
I wouldn't say we have troublemakers. We just come for serious work and then we move. We have fun, yes, but it's different because we're not a group, so we don't have a structure or protocol as groups would have to follow through with. So we don't really see the troublemaking side of each other, if I might say.
Yeah.
It would be kind of biased of me to answer that.
Yeah.
I would rather each one or one of them could share on that. I've been talking too much.
I would say I really like Marvin Sapp because he's an excellent writer, and I like the way that he arranges his music, and his delivery is, to me, really exceptional in terms of gospel music ministry. So that's one of my favorites.
I also like Victoria Oneze. I maybe pronouncing it kind of,
We don't even know who that is.
Yeah, but she's an African worshiper. I love how she worships and delivers her songs and change the atmosphere.
Well, I'm a worshiper, but I really like Samuel Madas. Funny enough, he's one of my favorite worshipers. I like how he can do different dynamics, and how he can take a fast song and just break it down into a really powerful worship song. So I'm really inspired by him. So I think that's maybe for now, present day, that would be one of my favorite worshipers.
This may seem generic, but my favorite artist is Tasha Cobbs, and that's mostly because she's the first artist that really got me into wanting to do vocals with ministry, and I really like the way that she handles herself when she sings on stage and how she does her vocals, and that really inspired me as a minister myself.
Well, I don't really have a favorite because I love many of them. But who is inspiring me right now is Naomi Rain, and I just love the fact that she comes into an environment and changes the atmosphere. You know, so that really speaks to me right now. But I don't have a favorite. Naomi Rain.
She sings along with Elevation Worship and Travel Music.
Dante,
Maverick City.
Bowen. Dante is also my favorite. But you know, I don't have favorites because I listen to all of them. But yeah.
Well, I have a lot. It's based on what you're specifically asking for. I love Marvin Sapp because of his arrangement. I appreciate that for him. I appreciate Don McClurkin. I appreciate Jermaine Edwards. Yeah, the versatility in terms of his music. With switch from reggae into worship and the delivery is consistent. I appreciate Israel Houghton. I appreciate William McDowell because of the way that they would not only lead for themselves, but they find a place to nurture those that is coming up. So that culture, I appreciate them for, and the way that they actually control the wave in which music is being produced worldwide in terms of gospel music. They have a great influence on how other writers would pen and other musicians would produce, if you understand. So if now they're into these kind of acoustic sets and all of that, you would find a lot of these other musicians, if we're just all in the same stream. So it shows that when you're a master of the art and God has gifted you and given you the grace to really lead not only those close but far, it shows evidence on their life. So I appreciate them for that. And that's just the name of few.
I think we would love to continue producing more local songs and make a space for other young people who have local music and original music, because if you listen to the airwaves, you would most likely hear international singers or even more regional artists than local singers. So I think we would want to continue creating that space for producing local music. And when you flip on to Hope FM or one of the other regional gospel stations, you would hear a local minister, you hear a local song being played, because we would have created that space to have more of it.
Tune in to Zamar Phase 4.
And from there,
we as it starts, again, we're not a group, so it's hard to track us down. But eventually, each one would have their own. I think Lois has her own page. You can find there till on.
What's happening is that we basically just started.
Yeah, we just started.
So in time and growth, we want to see ourselves doing recordings. Recording our music. That we will eventually begin to write more. And produce more.
Yes.
And so with that, we want to be able to have, as they all said, have our own channel, have our own, our access. We're trying to create our platform. Yes, we appreciate what the world is giving. What Grenada has, but we believe that there can be more, and that's what we are trying to create an atmosphere for more.
Yes.
So in the next 5 years, you can find us on iTunes and Spotify.
Yes, that's how far we want to go.
yeah.
So there's a lot of work to be done, but we are pressing and we are truly trusting God in this, because as Donnie said, this is not about us, but this is really a movement for God.
Yes.
And so we just want to avail ourselves.
Yeah.
So whatever God is leading us up to, and we know that God is doing big and great and mighty things.
Amen.
We are truly thankful to be a part of this platform,
Yes.
right? And we want to encourage those who are, or who don't even know where they are in their ministry, to find a place that they're comfortable, that where you are comfortable, God can grow you and mature you even where you are. Because that's where we are now. We have found a place that we are comfortable in. And so in our comfort zone, we want to push each other to get to a more mature place.
Yes.
Because we are reaching for the heavenlies, not just earthly domains, but for the heavenlies. And we know that God, if God can use us to minister to lives and to save, because our mission is not just to sing songs, it's that our songs, through our songs, people can be saved, soul can be saved, people can be drawn into the kingdom. So we're trying to draw men in. So whatever your talents are, whatever your gifts are, whatever your abilities are, use them for the honor and the glory of God.
Yes.
Amen.
This was a temporary name, if I might say, be honest. I lied. Anyways, I don't want to say that. But then.
Jesus.
Alright, hold on.
Jesus.
Just continue to take. Continue to take.